Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Matt with UBV. What we're going to talk about today is that big, beautiful bill on Capitol Hill. Break it down for us, Ivy. What's going on?
Well, I tell you what, I don't know how big and beautiful it is. It is a big bill, but it ain't beautiful for a lot of people. Now, if you're rich and you're a billionaire, then this is gonna be good for you because there's a lot of tax money, tax cuts for you. But if you are an everyday person or everydayer, I don't know about you because I don't know. You might get a little trinkles. They're gonna trickle it down to you a little bit, but most of the big stuff is going to go to the big piece of chicken. It ain't going to you. It's going to the billionaire. So let's talk about it.
Man, I say this bill, they say big, beautiful bill. This is an ugly motherfucker, man. Big ass, ugly motherfucker. Like, there's some little things for middle class, child tax credit and stuff like that. But the big problem is like the cuts to, Medicare, Medicaid, to some of the food support programs and things like that. Now, people may not care, but if you got massive layoffs happening at the same time in which you're cutting these type of programs, it's going to be devastating, man. Devastating.
Well, yeah, of course it's going to be devastating. And the thing is about us Americans, we can be very selfish. We can only focus on our issues, what we dealing with, and we don't care about the next person. But imagine this. Imagine that people have been laid off, which we've seen layoffs happen in the private sector and the public sector. Now, around where I live, I see food pantries and I see those lines are increasingly getting longer, longer, and longer. And that's okay. That's what these are for. These are safety nets. These are for the people who need them the most. But my thing is that don't wait till it impacts you. Don't wait till it impacts you because one of the things I heard the president say today, which to me is kind of funny, but he said something. He said that cuts are actually going to equal more food for people because groceries going down. So I'm just saying, if you're okay with that, you're okay with these cuts, and you're okay with money flowing up to the top, and it's just trickling down on you. If you're okay with that, then fine. You keep voting for this, you keep supporting for it, you keep defending it. But I am not okay with that. I don't think that that's beneficial for me. I don't think that's beneficial for millions and
And
millions of Americans. And think about this: only a small percentage of people are actually going to benefit from this big, beautiful bill. That's why they keep saying it's a big, beautiful bill because it's big and beautiful for the billionaire class, not you, not you. If you're the everyday Joe Schmo, not you.
yeah, and let's be honest, like we need to break it down in like very basic terms, like what's this going to look like for people, right? Because it's kind of vague, right? So let me break it down. Say you were married. Let's say, I mean, divorce. People get divorced all the time in this country. Like, say you got divorced, right? Relationship didn't work out. Okay, cool. Ex might, obviously you might pay child support, things like that, right? And then there's a program, and maybe like I say, you just lower income, right? You don't make a lot of money, middle class, low middle class. So you pay your bit of money, and then she gets, get child care, right? And then it might be child care at a discount. You might get some subsidies. So, obviously you get free or reduced child care, put it like that, right? So that's helpful, right? Okay, cool. I do that, right? Now that's cut, right? So now that child care that maybe made only been $300-400 a week now is $600-700 a week, right? Where's that gap coming from? Well, child support may go up, right? If you're a family of two and you took some of the resources that you had and you qualify for different programs, right? Food programs, like I said, child support, not child support, but like child care services. Now, where's that gap coming from? Your pocket. So it's going to be a direct increase on these type of services. So I think that's what people don't understand. So it's going to be a lot of guys saying, "Hey, why am I paying higher child support? Because that money got to come from somewhere, dummy." Families like, man, how come? Why did child care get so fucking expensive? Because this big beautiful bill fucked you over.
Yeah, and they're banking on you not to pay attention to the details. But the most diabolical part of this whole bill, to me, is the cuts to Medicaid. You talk about diabolical, man. That is crazy. I still can't believe like they actually can smile. And I heard Speaker Johnson look the camera in the eye and said, "We will not cut Medicaid. We will not cut Medicaid. No way, no, no way." And then I heard Trump say this the other day ago. He said this literally. I was on a treadmill when I heard him say it. He said, "Don't f with Medicare, Medicaid. Don't f with it." That's what he said. But here's the kicker. This is crazy,
Mhm.
right? These cats are literally trying to vote for this bill at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning when everybody's asleep. They trying to ram that thing through. Now imagine this. If you're a type of person, why would you think that's the case? Why do you think they trying to ram this bill through in the middle of the night while everybody's sleeping? We wake up in the morning like, hey, they passed this bill, and then they can get all the propaganda machine people to just go and say, oh, how great this bill has been. So you got to think about this again. I put this back on you, the everyday person, the person. I don't care who you voted for. I want you to think. I want you to put your thinking cap on, right? Remember back in school, you had to put your thinking cap on. I want you to put that
Yeah.
on. And I want you to imagine, is it beneficial for you to receive less Medicaid coverage if you're on Medicaid, or maybe you know somebody that's on Medicaid? 40% of the children in this country is on Medicaid. So you know somebody who will be impacted by this. Maybe it's your auntie, maybe it's your cousin, maybe it's your brother, maybe it's your own parents. So you have to think about it in those terms. So that's my point I was trying to make.
No, no. And I'll say overall, everybody just pay attention to this bill because it will impact you directly or indirectly. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and take care, everybody.